I've got people in my life that I believe are extraordinary. People who inspire me to do more. People who I believe are intelligent. People who are focused, motivated, and disciplined. I mean, people who are high achievers, right? And I've always thought of these people as high achievers, like people who are achieving levels that I could never even imagine myself achieving, right? But I love having them around because these are people who inspire me to do more. And although I've always believed that, I can't get to the level that they are, I still keep them around. I still want them in my life because the little that I've achieved, it's because I've looked up to these people, right? So I was listening to Lisa Nichols' interview, and 5 minutes into the interview, she drops a bombshell. I mean, even the interviewer was thrown off guard right there. Okay. I mean, he couldn't believe what he just heard. Lisa says, people make her extraordinary because it lets them off the hook. She says, you make me extraordinary because it lets you off the hook. I thought, what? Do you mean to tell me that the reason why I believe all these people in my life are extraordinary, it's because I am not willing to step up? I am Pulaa Montz, your inner voice magnified. That threw me off my chair. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I thought about at least 4 people in my life that I've always thought are focused, that I admire in certain different aspects of life, right? For instance, my husband, guys, is one of my role models. I always tell him, I mean, this guy is intelligent, right? And I've always told him, I've always believed it. And, he inspires me to want to know more, but I've never felt like I would ever reach the kind of intelligence level that I believe he's at, right? So listening to Lisa said to me, so I'm giving him this title of he's like super intelligent because I don't want to step up to the level of intelligence that I believe he's at. So I am lazy to find out information. I am lazy to work on my general knowledge. So it is easier for me to say, no, it is because you are super intelligent. You know all these people. I mean, even general knowledge, I mean, he pushes it off the hook. I mean, I don't understand how his brain works. But instead of trying to understand how he gets to know all these things that he knows, I have been comfortable with just knowing that, no, he's just so intelligent and that's him. He's a special case. Do you see what she means? I mean, I'm in shock. I just heard this quote right now this morning. I'm still trying to digest it in my head, but I thought it is just too powerful not to share it in this moment of confusion where I myself am trying to deal with what she just told me, right? It is easy for me to come here and tell you about the things that I've conquered, the fears that I've pushed myself through. But I thought it would be something special to share my confusion right now. I mean, I've got my mentor asked me. This woman is just one of the most focused, most motivated, most positive people I know, right? I mean, she is so calm. It takes a lot to get her upset. And I've always believed that, she is just a special case. She is just so focused. She is just at an extreme level of motivation. I aspire to get to her levels, but, I don't even think in my head that I'll get to that kind of level of motivation. anytime soon. So that's what I've told myself. So Lisa Nichols, is telling me that I'm putting her, Austumi, on a pedestal because I don't want to step up. I don't want to be focused. I don't want to make a decision on a daily basis to be motivated, to be focused, to be disciplined. It takes a decision every day to be as disciplined as Austumi is. But because I want to allow myself those days when I'm lazy and can just sit down and watch TV, I'll say, no, Austumi is just at an extreme level of discipline, extreme level of focus, extreme level of motivation. So I'm making her extraordinary because it lets me off the hook. What? Guys, I can't process this. I mean, my mom is one of the people who are go-getters. I mean, when my mom wants to do something, she does it now. She has no procrastination in her system, like her DNA doesn't recognize the word procrastination. I mean, she is at that level of achievement. When she wants something, she stops everything that is a disruption, a distraction. No, a disruption. What's the English word? A distraction. She stops everything that is a distraction and she goes and does what she has to do. She will decide now, you know what? Actually, I think I need a rail for my curtains. She will go take a bath and she'll go. Or if she has already taken a bath, she'll just go. And I'm thinking, when did you think about that? If I think about my curtain needing a rail now, my mind works like this. Okay, so tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm going to get a rail. There's no way I'll say I need a rail and I'm going now. Even when I'm sitting and watching TV, I have planned my whole day to watch TV and nothing is going to change those plans, okay? So my mom is at an extreme level. It's not in her DNA to postpone anything. That's what I've always believed. Now, Lisa just threw a bombshell in my mind. She says, I say this to disrupt people. And at that point, I know they only have two choices to decide whether they want to step up or to keep up the belief. But they know that when they keep up the belief, it is because they are lazy. At that point, they start understanding that you are saying I'm extraordinary because you are lazy to come up to where I am. So I am shaken, guys. I hope this is opening up your mind in some way. I hope this is a challenge as much as it is to me right now. As I'm talking like this, I'm trying to figure out, oh my gosh, has this been the case all along? And I can really see the truth in it. I mean, nobody just gets born without procrastination. We all have it in us to procrastinate. Even my mother has it in her, but she makes a decision. She decided a long time ago that she will do what she wants at whatever point in time that she wants to do it. She will not let her environment dictate to her what she achieves in a day. She decided a long time ago. Now it comes naturally to her, but she had to work on it probably at some point. It's just that I've never asked how she got to her level because I was comfortable enough knowing that that's who she is. It's not in her DNA to procrastinate. I've been comfortable with knowing that my husband is intelligent, but how he got to that level. I know that our DNAs are different. Yes, he might be having a little bit of extra something that God gave him. But I believe that some of these things, like general knowledge, he had to have learned it somehow. he had to have taught himself a certain system to remind himself of how we do things. For instance, when he wants to remember somebody's name, he'll say, the name starts with a P. I know, I don't remember his name, but it starts with a P. Or even if he doesn't remember the first letter of the person's name, he'll start saying the alphabets. A, B, C, D, D, E, F, G, G. That person's name starts with a G. I'm like, how do you do that? But then I laugh about it. I just think, Marawena Vele, you're intelligent. That's what I say. Then leave it at that. I don't even let him answer what? Answer the question that I'm asking. How do you do that? I've never let him answer that question. I've never let him tell me, why does he use the alphabets to try and remember a place or a person's name? I don't know how he does it. I've been comfortable. The other person that I know is my former boss. Nsina. Her name is Francina, right? But she calls herself Nsina. Nsina is just one of the most intelligent women that I know on this earth, right? I met her like 2-3 years ago, and I was just blown away. But Nsina once said to me, "No, Pulaa, if I want to know something, I go on Google." And then I'm like, Nsina, you are just a special case. You are intelligent. I just blocked what she said, and then I just accepted her to be extremely intelligent. I put her on a pedestal. Even when she gave me the tool that she uses to be seen as a person who's intelligent. She's an accountant, but she will tell you how big a normal window of a house is. She'll say, okay, it's normally 5 meters long. I'm like, how do you know such? Sina, like, how do you know such? She'll tell you a toilet paper is 500 sheets. Normal toilet paper is 500 sheets. I'm like, Sina. She says, but it's in the pack. At the back of the pack. I'm like, I don't read such. You are super intelligent. Why would you take note of something like that? General knowledge. She is brilliant when it comes to general knowledge. And she did say to me, no, when I want to know something, I go on Google. If I think, okay, how do you do this? Then the first thing that I think about is, okay, I need to go on Google. So the point of the matter is, I see that I've put people on a pedestal because it gave me an opportunity to be comfortable with not knowing. It gave me an opportunity with being comfortable of not finding out how to do things. The best question that I believe we can ask ourselves is how. Not give reasons why other people are achieving whatever it is that they are achieving. The question should be, how does a person that I admire get to do the things that I admire about them? And that is the first question that I need to be asking them. And I'm sure when you ask a person that they will give you an answer. I've lived with my mother for how many years? And still I don't know how she made a decision to not procrastinate, how it works in her system, how she developed that discipline of making sure that when she wants to do something, she does it now. I've known my husband for 15 years, but I've never asked him how he gets to know all these things that he knows. Nsina, I didn't even ask her. She gave me her tool, but I rejected it. So what have you been doing, or who have you been putting on a pedestal because it lets you off the hook? Join the club. Me and you are swimming in the same boat. So I believe me and you need to start stepping up. There is no extraordinary person, but there are people who are willing to do the work in order to get what they want. Food for thought.